वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी. Grandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 28th chapter, titled as Kapila Dev's instructions to Mata Devhuti on the process of devotional service. In the devotional service, Kapila Dev is instructing about different methods. One of the method is Ashtanga Yoga method, where there is a Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are some of the 8 limbs of yoga which Kapil Dev is explaining to Mata Devhuti. And in the previous shloka, Kapil Dev explained to Mata about various Yama and Niyama. So Yama Niyama means Yama means certain rules and regulations. Niyama is the certain things to follow. So one of the Yama Niyama Kapila Dev explained is Ahimsa Satyam Asteyam Yavadartha Parigraha Brahmacharyam Tapasaucham Swadhyaya Purusha Archanam. So if one really wants to progress on the path of bhakti, then he has to be non-violent, one has to be truthful, should not steal anything, and should not accumulate more than required, following the brahmacharya vrata, celibacy, tapa, austerities, saucham, cleanliness, swadhyaya, reading of the scriptures, and doing the deity worship and worshipping the guru. So, and then certain things to be followed are not to talk unnecessarily. Maunam sada asana jaya. Maunam means not to talk without anything related with Krishna. Then only speak, otherwise not. And then asana, various yoga postures. Yama, Niyama, asana. Then comes the pranayama. Sthiryam prana jaya sane. So Yama, Niyama, asana, sitting posture. One has to be very situated in a particular position, straight position, straight posture, sit straight, Srila Prabhupada used to say. Sthairya prana jaya shane, prana jaya. So pranayam, breathing exercise. Then pratyaharascha indriyanam. Pratyahara means withdrawal of the senses from the sense objects. Vishayam manasaradi, and then pratyahara, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, and then dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So what is that dharana, dhyana? Dharana, dhyana means focusing mind upon Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So next shloka, Kapil Dev says, Swadishnayanam एक देशे मानसा प्राण धारण ध्यान. And then it says Vaikuntha lilabi dhyanam samadham tatha atmana. Then samadhi, you can get the samadhi. How do you get the samadhi? Vaikuntha lilabhyanganam, concentrating mind upon various wonderful pastimes of Lord. That is samadhi. See, this is all processes, all the Ashtanga Yoga process explained by Kapila Dev. So how do you get the pranayam? Then you focus your mind upon Supreme Lord. And then think about pastimes of Krishna. That is called as samadhi. It's beautifully explained. So in this way, by controlling the mind, controlling the senses, focusing the mind upon the pastimes of Supreme Lord, one can practice bhakti yoga and get free from material entanglement. Basically, we are doing all this because our mind is engaged in material things rather than bring it back to Krishna. So, in this way, Kapiladev is explaining to Mata Devati. Now, here in this shloka, Kapiladev is explaining elaborately about the pranayama. So, he's saying, 11th shloka, Prānāyāma dahe doshan, dharana kilbishan, pratyaharena samsargan, dhyanena nivashwaran gunan. By practicing the process of pranayama, breathing exercise, one can eradicate the contamination of physiological condition. And by concentrating mind, one can be freed from all the sinful activities. By restraining the senses, one can free himself from material association. And by meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can become free from three modes of material nature, attachment. So here, Kapiladev is explaining how pranayama, dharana, pratyahara and samadhi can help you to progress in your spiritual life. So here he's saying that by pranayama you can benefit physiologically. Bodily benefits, your blood pressure, heart rate. By mind, concentrating mind upon Supreme Lord, one will be free from all the contamination, all the bad activities, sinful activities. By pratyahara, you can separate yourself from material association. And by meditating by samadhi on Supreme Lord, then you will be free from sattva, raja and tamoguna. This is a very nice advantage explained by Kapiladev to Mata Devati. Srila Prabhupada is elaborately explaining the purport. According to Ayurvedic medical science, the three items, kapha, pitta and vayu, like bile and air, maintains the physiological condition of the body. Modern medical science does not accept this physiological analysis as valid, but the ancient Ayurvedic process of treatment is based upon these three items. Ayurvedic treatment concerns itself with the cause of three elements, kapha, pitta and vayu, which are mentioned in many places in Bhagavatam as the basic condition of material body. So here, Gopaji explaining about natural medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. And according to Ayurveda, the imbalance of kapha, vata and pitta can cause disease. So if you, by medicine or by lifestyle regulations, if you can control kapha, vata, pitta, then you can be healthy. Now this is Ayurvedic science, the ancient science. Modern science may not believe in it, but this is a very authorized science. Here it is recommended that practicing breathing process of pranayama, one can be released from contamination created by physiological elements. By concentrating mind, one can be freed from sinful activities, and by withdrawing the senses, one can be free from material association. Ultimately, one has to meditate upon Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, in order to be elevated to transcendental position, where he is no longer affected by the three modes of material nature. It is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that one who engages himself in unalloyed devotional service at once becomes transcendental to the three modes of material nature and immediately realizes his identification with Brahman. As soon as one is fixed in Krishna Bhakti, one transcends the three modes of nature, Sattva, Raja and Tamo, and then one becomes fixed in Krishna consciousness. Then he is released from the three modes of material nature. Sagunan samatidyetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. For every item in the yoga system, there is parallel activity in bhakti yoga. But the practice of Bhakti Yoga is easier for this age. Ashtanga Yoga uh, is, you can do that, but it's challenging to follow all those things. So easier, Srila Prabhupada is saying, is Bhakti. Bhakti means surrendering to Krishna. What was introduced by Sri Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not a new interpretation. Bhakti Yoga is physical process that begins with chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bhakti Yoga and other yogas as their ultimate goal, the same personality of Godhead, but one is practical and others are difficult. One has to purify his physiological condition by concentration and by restraint of senses. Then he can fix his mind upon Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is called Samadhi. So here, Srila Prabhupada is very nicely explaining how Bhakti Yoga, which is easier than the Ashtanga Yoga. Even Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatendaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam sume yuktatmam mata. So in this shloka, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is telling us that Bhakti Yoga is the easiest and the most sublime and the best process for surrendering and connecting with Krishna. So we'll pause here. We'll continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow. Vrindraj Srimad Bhagavatam.